What's going on, everybody? We're in Times Square right now, and it's official. We have moved from Los Angeles to New York City.
So a lot of people do ask us, Fung Bros, why did you guys move to New York? Isn't LA the center of YouTube and the entertainment industry? Isn't it really cold and freezing out on the East Coast right now? Aren't you gonna miss all that West Coast culture?
Now, all of those things are true, but we needed to switch things up. We've got a lot of love for everyone and everything back in the West, but we think that there's a great opportunity to do something brand new here that nobody's ever seen before.
One of the main reasons why we moved is because we want to make higher end material. We still love the YouTube style and we're still gonna do it, but this past year we were so inspired by shows like Aziz Ansari's and Alan Yang's Master of None.
We were also inspired by Louis C.K.'s show Louis, as well as Rick Famuyiwa's movie Dope.
On the food side, we were inspired by Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown and of course Eddie Huang's World on Vice.
Musically, we're inspired by Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole's latest albums, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff.
So one thing that all those pieces of work have in common is that they were done very differently and outside of the box. And as YouTubers, we want to do something outside of the box, so I guess we had to move outside of the box.
But to make super dope content, you're gonna need a super dope team. So we wanted to let everyone around the world know that we are hiring for a digital media team here in New York City.
So we figured what better way to find the right people than to just share with you guys what we think are the traits that make a successful team member.
So here we go, top 5 traits of a Fung Bros team member. The first trait of a Fung Bros team member is that they love the digital media world. There are so many different types of media, from news to Hollywood to premium cable to premium web, but guess what? You have to love digital media.
That means specifically YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Snapchat,
Periscope. We want people who are hyped and excited about creating viral digital media, but not for the sake of just being viral, but actually for spreading a message. Me and Andrew consume a ton of digital media, especially YouTube, and it's not just stuff that we like. I'll watch a makeup beauty guru and I don't even know what eyeshadow really is, because I just want to see what their techniques are. I want to see what other people are doing. I just am interested and curious about this medium in general.
A lot of people used to think that digital media and media are different, but nowadays these things are getting closer and closer, so we just want everybody to understand how they're different, but they're also both important. Number 2, you gotta consume high-end material and you gotta want to create high-end material, but you're still realistic with what you can do.
I know we just said that to work in YouTube, you've got to love YouTube, but you've also got to love higher end content that's outside of YouTube and outside of digital. Within the teams that we're working with, we have a limited amount of time, resources, and networks, but it doesn't mean that we can't take some of the things we learn from high-end content like HBO and apply it to what we're doing on a very grassroots based level.
It's like watching the NBA and wanting to become a better basketball player. Can you do all the moves that Steph Curry can? No, but can you take something away from it that can help you improve your game at your level? Yes.
High to low, you gotta find inspiration at both ends of the spectrum. Number 3, you've gotta want to be a team player. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. A lot of people say they're team players, but when it comes down to it, they're not. They're putting their success or their own individual accomplishment over the needs of the team. If you look at great organizations in the NBA like the Warriors and the Spurs, they do have stars that get more shots than others, but at the end of the day, everybody's truly selfless and putting team wins over individual success.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So growing up, David and I, we played on basketball teams, we played on football teams,
and guess what? We've been on every single level of the structure. So we know what it's like to be the man on a team, but we also know what it's like to be a role player that's pretty much there to just contribute in spots. Sometimes you end up being the main star, and sometimes you end up being the role player, but it doesn't matter because it's whatever it takes for the team to win.
It's just kind of how we do things. We do things as a team. And the 4th trait we're looking for is people who have a great attitude. I mean, we're talking about a great attitude to learn, a great attitude to adapt.
Vibes do matter around the office. Not only our company, but really no company wants vibe killers around. So if you're a vibe killer, that's probably not gonna work.
So every company has a company culture. It's pretty much how they like to do things. When you're running a small team, you would need everybody on the same page and everybody to buy into that same culture. So let's say you have a starting 5 lineup and not everybody on the starting lineup is on the same page. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Every business that I've ever worked at always told us, come into work like you want to be there. That's all we're asking.
And the last and final trait is that you gotta care about the community, you gotta care about the world, and you just gotta care about people in general.
Checkmate. So from a young age, our parents taught us to care about people on a little picture everyday level and a big picture societal level. And we really do hope that those values are reflected through our YouTube channel.
We want people on our team to feel the same way about trying to make a positive difference in the world.
And having some film, video, web design skills can't hurt either.
So those are the 5 traits we're looking for in a Fung Bros team member. I don't think that those are only applicable to what we're doing. I think they're applicable to anybody, especially anybody in a startup setting. Obviously, you want any team members to be on the same page. That way the system can flow, because if the system can't flow,
there is no show.
If there is no show, then you can't make dough.
and we can't go hit our goals, and we'll have to fold.
And be pumped. We're trying to do some really cool stuff out here in New York. We think that art is going to go on to help a lot of people, but to accomplish that art, we're going to need a big team that's going to be on point and work together.
So listen, if you are interested in applying for the Fung Bros team in New York, you gotta email fungbroShr@gmail. So in that email, along with your resume, any relevant samples of work, please also answer these questions. What do you know about YouTube and digital media?
That's anything that you know about the scene, the impact, the industry. Go ahead and just let us know what you know about YouTube in general.
And number 2, tell us why you want to work with us in particular.
Is it just because you like our videos, or is it because you have some new ideas for us? What is it? Let us know.
And number 3, tell us what you think you could add to our team.
So let us know any relevant skills, whether that's technical, on the business, on the creative end. If you're just a crazy thinker, we'd love to hear it, because we always want to hear people what they can contribute. Pitch us what you've got. We'd love to hear it.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching that video, and we hope that even if you in particular are not interested in applying, maybe you can share it with a friend who is, and even if you don't have any friends that you think would be interested, that you still took something away from this video.
Right now, we're in Union Square, New York, and it is absolutely freezing right now. Until next time, we're out. Peace. But guess what? We are not out in New York alone. We got to shout out to Nelson Chan, the short Asian dunker. Hey, LA guy moved out to New York.
Oh, check out Nelson's channel called Hoop and Life. It's a basketball training channel. He's gonna be covering all topics relating to basketball and training.
We're just so happy to be out here in New York. We hope that if you're the right fit for us, that you can come join our team and we can create something great.
And shout out to everybody who was excited about our move. I know some of you guys are gonna miss us in the 626, but we're so happy that a lot of you guys were really excited for us. So thank you. And we're out in New York. We got a lot more stuff to come, man. It's gonna be crazy. And it's really cold.
As the New York kids like to say, it's brick.
It's brick.